Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave Analysis. This is a deep analysis that we used to have, of course, every weekend. And we're gonna dive deep in the Bitcoin or BTC chart from the weekly until the 1 hour chart to see what's gonna happen in the next week as possibility and what we have to keep in mind for the next week. In case, of course, we are bullish or bearish, we're gonna see, of course, all scenarios that it might have, happen. And of course, we're gonna see the most possible one. Now, starting on the weekly chart, we are looking on on our cycle here. Of course, we already know that this parabolic chart is joining all the all-time highs, and we are very, very close, of course, to this curve to be hit and to play as a resistance for Bitcoin. Now, if we take a look, of course, here we still have a gap to fill, of course, and this might be your gap for a wave 5 in a wave 5. Meaning, in this cycle, we have already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're currently in a big wave 5 toward the upside. This wave 5 basically is made of triple 1-2s, where we would like to see as well after wave 3 a triple 4-5 as well, and possibly, of course, hitting this curve again, which it should be around the 130k. So basically, on the weekly in our study here for the curve, we can see that yes, it is very possible, and potentially we have started, of course, with a move toward the upside. However, we need to see, of course, several 4-5 here, so at least one more leg toward the upside. Now, if this impulse has finished, of course, then something else might be unfolding for a bearish scenario, but probably it is, of course, in bullish term. We need to take the all-time high one more time again to finish this wave 5 at least, right? And then start to think about even moving toward the downside after it. However, we're gonna see, of course, the possibility on the daily because there is possibility to move downside from now. So this was for the parabolic cycle. I would like also to take a look at the channeling here. On the channeling, we can see, of course, that we have used perfectly this acceleration channel bottom line as kind of like a rejection for the bearish run, right? And then moving toward the upside again, reaching the mid line, of course, of this lower part. So very nice price action, of course, inside the channeling here, where we saw Bitcoin never left the acceleration channel, as well on the daily here, and try now to break, of course, this midline toward the upside. Now, basically, your wave 5 should finish somehow on the midline of the acceleration channel at least, meaning this bull run for this wave 5 might end exactly by touching almost the midline of this acceleration channel 44545, of course, which it still might be unfolding. Now, if we take a look, of course, on the daily chart here at our count, where we have finished a wave 4 in ABC, meaning you have 3 waves down for A, and then, of course, 3 waves up for B, and a very sharp wave C. A, B, and a C correction, finishing a wave 4 here, and then start to look for higher prices with triple 1-2s, and then, of course, a wave 3, and then 4 and a 5 probably finished here. And then, of course, looking here at some kind of a correction, which is a WXY, finishing your wave 4 and then moving toward the upside. Your wave 4, of course, has finished here as a WXY, no contracting diagonal that we were looking at late this week. And it has finished, of course, as an A, B, and a C here, right? Or WXY, where you finished in a zigzag somehow for your wave 4, and then moving toward the upside. Now, this scenario, if this is still a wave 1, it is very possible still, of course, in WXY. Again, for wave 2, we're gonna see this in the deep analysis of the possibilities right now. So as you can see as well, we have hit the 1.38 for an expanding flat, in case this was an expanding flat, right? As a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ending diagonal for a wave C. Also very possible to be as well an expanding flat. So yeah, basically we are looking for a wave 5 then in the orange scenario. Now, the only thing is that we see only one move to the upside so far, where it lack a little bit of 1, 2, 1, 2, probably 3, 4, 5 that we have to consider it. And that means, of course, we're gonna reach so high, of course, 118K, 119K, of course. That is very, very possible. Now, if we take a look a little bit on the 4-hour chart, we can see that this formation of this impulse toward the upside, yeah, looks a little bit one leg toward the upside. We have only a clear fib level here, where you have to consider this is a 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. As I mentioned yesterday, of course, that if this is your wave 1, it is very extended wave 1, and then 3, 4, and a 5 looking towards the upside to take the high. Meaning your wave 5 should be shorter than your wave 3. Now, because your wave 3, of course, shorter than your wave 1, extended, yeah, so your wave 5 should even be shorter than your wave 3. And that because, of course, it is not allowed that your wave 3 be the shortest leg between the 1 and the 5. So if we get a wave 5 longer, therefore we cannot call this an impulse anymore. It's something else unfolding, meaning we have to consider 1, 2, 1, 2, and wave 5 has transformed to wave 3, of course, because it is the longest, and then moving toward the upside for higher prices, right? For even 118K almost. That we're gonna see, of course, the target on the 1-hour chart exactly later on. So yeah, basically those are the scenarios here for this impulse. I think that, okay, if we are in 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5, we still need one more leg, which should be shorter than wave 3 by taking the all-time high. Very, very simple. This is in terms of a bullish scenario. Now, of course, we have another bearish scenario here, of course. So our bullish scenario was this one, of course. Since the last week, I kept it the same. So this is what we were expecting. A wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 to finish this wave 5. Now, it has been expected to be so long. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Therefore, we need 1, 2, 1, 2, and then, of course, wave 3 toward the upside. However, this is your possibility 1 for of course a high wave 3 impulse. Of course, a very small possibility is for a low wave 5, right? To finish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, take the all-time high, finished wave 5 short, right? Your biggest scenario is, of course, reaching with a bigger wave 3, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, 4, and a 5. Well, it has a little bit less possibility because looking at your main impulse here, yeah, I doubt to get like one of the 4 5s to be the same amount of your main impulse, which is the most explosive and massive wave in an impulse, to repeat itself in a wave 5. So it's very, very low possibility, guys. And therefore, I believe much more in a shorter wave 3, shorter wave 5 scenario. So we have also a finished wave 2 in WXY, very, very possible. This scenario is this one, bearish as 1, 2. So you have finished already now a formation of 1, 2 without hitting the 886, of course, which is still nice, very close, of course, to hit the 886, but not yet. It is just away with a few dollars with it. So, but what you want to see, of course, to finish this top already, right? Like here, if you still get the wave 5 here, yeah, as someone, of course, wrote me yesterday, the expanding flat is working well. Well, no, it is not working well, because with an expanding flat, you will hit the 886, and even you will take the high, right? Because if this is 1, 2, and your expanding flat should be a wave C, which your wave C should be an impulse. Therefore, you still need one more wave 5 to finish this wave C in an expanding flat, and you took the high. When you took the high, you cannot consider 1, 2. Wave 2 is higher than your wave 1. invalidation. So I hope that this was clear enough. I couldn't, of course, maybe clarify enough in the comment. It's hard to explain this in the comments. So what you would like to see here for this scenario, of course, is a 1, 2, exactly where we have finished right now without touching the 886 with few dollars gap, as you can see, and finishing as WXY. Finishing as WXY, your W is zigzag, X zigzag, and Y is as well zigzag. However, how much the possibilities are? 30-40% for bearish, because yeah, so we still have this possibility to get the high with one more wave 5 with your wave 5 of this impulse, meaning invalidation of bearish scenario. Now the bearish scenario can start after your wave 5, of course, reaching the top. So I would say, that is not so much difference between this price action here and this one, right? I mean, okay, for some trades, if you trade like with very high margin, yeah, then definitely it has some difference. But for me, in my strategies, it has not so much difference. Yeah, so here or there, it doesn't matter. So a little bit higher and moving down also is even a nice trade. Yeah, so these are the possibilities. Now, one more less possibility, I would say, very low possibility, which is between bullish and bearish. This one is a long wave for correction and then bullish. Meaning, let's say this one. Here we go. So in this case scenario, you have also a WXY here, right? For your wave 4 in your main impulse, WXY finishing wave 4 and starting here as a leading diagonal for your wave 1, 2, and then 3. Now your wave 4 is not finished yet, right? Because of a lot of choppiness here and a lot of corrective waves that it looks like here. A potential possibility that your wave 4 did not finish yet, meaning you have finished so far an A, B, and a C here for your wave W. Then you have finished an A, B, and a C again for your wave X. And now you're looking at an A, B, and a C expanding flat toward the downside for a wave Y. Yeah, and finishing with your wave Y, finishing your wave 4. And this, of course, correction mean WXY is a 3 corrective waves, of course, having 3 structures as well. And then moving toward the upside again for one more wave toward the upside, because you have 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. Very, very simple. It can be, of course, a possible scenario, but has a little bit less possibility than the other one so far, unless we see something else unfolding. Of course, if we see a move toward the downside like this, and then of course start to range impulsively again, that this might be happening. And we have to consider again this wave 4. So I'm gonna keep this scenario in mind until this price action here. So these are the possibilities, guys, so far. So we have one as bullish. Of course, you want to see at least one more wave 5 taking the all-time high to finish this impulse as a wave 5 in the white scenario. Yeah, and then moving for 4 and a 5 again toward the upside. In your bearish scenario, you have finished a wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5 continuation toward the downside bear market. Short-term bearish and then bullish is, of course, a unfinished wave 4 in this area, and then moving toward the upside again, as explained as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yeah, very long wave 4 corrective. These are the possibilities. Higher possibility, of course, goes for the bullish right now. Wave 5 at least taking the all-time high, finishing this impulse, and then moving towards the downside for a wave 4 again, and of course for a wave 5 one more time again. So on the 1 hour chart, this is exactly what I was explaining. Of course, yesterday we saw, of course, yeah, we saw this bullish scenario unfolding. And yeah, I already mentioned we're gonna reach only 1.618 for a short wave 3, and this is exactly what happened actually. We reached the target 105k almost, and even higher, 105,800. And then of course, as I mentioned, wait for a wave 4. Your wave 4 might be, of course, 0.23, 0.38, or 0.5. Here we go. It went deeper, ABC, toward the downside, and probably we're gonna continue a wave 5, at least to take the all-time high here, of course, in this scenario. Yeah, so basically, I'm looking at a 110k, I would say, for a wave 5 to finish here almost. I would say this is the target. Now, it's not really possible to have the fib levels for wave 5 when you have a very extended wave 1, and yeah, these are a little bit, all what you have to expect is not to reach the 1-to-1 fib level for a wave 3 in this case scenario. Let's see this one, since we got a wave 4 here. So if we say here 1-to-1, yeah, we should not reach 111k for 100,000. In case you reach this level, meaning you are in a bigger impulse toward the upside or moving towards the 118k. So wave 5, long wave 5, 111 means higher possibility to go to 118 to these big impulse targets. So yeah, that was it for a Bitcoin price prediction and the deep analysis for this week, where we have to watch those scenario, of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towards the downside as a bearish. One more wave 5 for bullish. If we hit higher than 111, meaning we're getting directly to 118. Getting down from here directly, stopping here and getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, meaning we got a longer wave 4 and we are bullish again from here. That was it for Bitcoin. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.